up, everyone? All right, so here we are. It's Friday. It's my third trading day for the month of June, and I'm up $56,000. LEDS, it's up over 65% right now. Big momentum stock, no news, shelf registration. So S3, risk of secondary offering, but provided some great opportunities yesterday, which I totally missed. But today we got some really nice moves from 19, 20, all the way up to a high right now of $27.86, which is phenomenal. So we're seeing some nice momentum. Yesterday I traded AMC and BlackBerry, that's sort of meme stocks. I did okay, made $8,500 on those. I'll break down those trades in today's recap as well. So I'm gonna recap both days, and then Wednesday was like $4,500 or something like that. That was a slower day, but a green day. So 3 green days. Accuracy so far in the month before today was 78%, which is phenomenal. I'm hoping to keep that up. Today felt very strong, not very many losers, so I should be able to maintain that, I think, today once my metrics are imported, and we look at them next week. So as always, my results are not typical. My experience trading has not been typical. This was a great day. My trading career has been really solid, but you know, the fact is most beginner traders lose money. You should assume that you will also lose money. And with that assumption in mind, trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Manage your risk. All right, so I hope you guys really enjoy the recap. I'll be back at it first thing Monday morning, back in my office, and summer school starts on Tuesday. So if you haven't already checked out our summer school event that's running and a special sale that we've got for students coming into summer school, check out the link right down there. And I hope to see you on Monday morning and then summer school on Tuesday. All right, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. All right, everyone, so we're gonna do a recap here. I'm gonna turn down the music. This was Grateful Dead from 1977, keeping me going today for a $56,000 green day. That is a great way to end the week. This is the first week of the month of June, and I was up 8,500 yesterday. I didn't do a recap, but I'll talk about those trades today. And was up about 4,500 on Wednesday, and I did not trade on Tuesday. So a 3-day week for me, and over $65,000 in profit. That is a terrific start to the month. I sat down today, not sure that I was going to do too much trading because I had a little bit of a close call yesterday with some data lag, and I had it today as well. So I'm on my traveling trading station, as you guys know. So I use my these USB monitors right here. So, you know, this is fine. These monitors, though, are small. My monitors at home are 24-inch. This is a 15-inch. So the same screen, but it's a lot smaller. So I got to squint my eyes a little bit, especially when looking at the charts and the candles. And I only have 2 of them. So 2 USB monitors, one on either side of the laptop. Whereas at home, I have, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I have set up right now. 3 of them I'm really using. So, but they're bigger. So, anyways, and of course I've got my dedicated fiber line at home, really fast internet. So on Wednesday when I was trading, Wednesday morning I noticed when I was trading that I felt like my quotes were kind of a little bit lagging, and that happens to me sometimes when I'm trading and traveling. I mean, that's kind of part of the deal. I usually go to this website, fast.com, and I'll check my internet speed. And it's coming in pretty good, 150, 160. So I'm usually like, all right, hey, that's fine. I'm okay to trade here. You go to another website called speedtest.net. If you go to speedtest.net, it'll also show you your ping and your upload speed. So, but they've got a bunch of advertisements on their website. It's kind of obnoxious. Anyway, so, I think... and I'm on Wi-Fi, and again, none of this is really uncommon. This is very typical for me when I trade and travel, but it does sometimes cause issues. And what I usually will notice is my quotes start kind of jamming up or stalling out a little bit. So what'll happen is they'll be flowing, and then they'll pause for like, half a second. So everything will stop, and then they'll flow again and kind of like do a big burst to like catch up to what it just missed. And then it'll stop again. So I can tell when that's happening that my quotes are there's like a little bit of a data bottleneck. But what ended up happening yesterday, and it happened again today, was really that I was lagging. So I wasn't getting that stopping and starting on my quotes. I was just behind the actual market. So for instance, if I press the buy right here at 24.29, the order might not go through because the actual market had already moved up to 24.39 or 24.40. Or I'd press the sell button at 24 and I'd get filled at 23.80. And I'd be like, wait a second, and it's because the market had already moved down a little against me. So trading is very hard, very risky, as we all know. It's hard enough without adding in tech issues like this. However, this is, one of the nice things about trading is the fact that you can pack up your laptop and go trade in an airport or a, Airbnb or a hotel or wherever you want. But then you've got these kind of little things to deal with. So what happened to me yesterday was I bought, so yesterday was $8,500 and I did pretty well on AMC and I did quite well on BlackBerry. So BlackBerry was the one that I did the best on yesterday. So I'll just show you that chart for one quick second. So on BlackBerry yesterday, we got some nice trades right at the open. The market opened and I jumped in basically immediately. And I knew from jumping in that I was already in trouble because I bought 9,000 shares. And I thought that I don't remember, I think I was trying to get in at 1950 or something like that. And I definitely filled high. I filled at like 1980. And I was like, or 79 or something like that. And I was like, uh-oh, okay, I'm already in this like high. So sometimes when you punch the buy button within the first minute, you will get some big slippage on an order. So sometimes, you can say, oh, okay, that's what it is. But it happened on that trade. It dropped down. I was able to get out with some good profit on that squeeze up to $20.20. But then it sold off again here. And so that was my only trade on BlackBerry was right here at the open for this squeeze. Actually, sorry, I got in like down here. Anyways, I had a couple trades on it, but the first trade right out of the gates was the one that I had some data kind of lag on. And then I had AMC. So AMC on this one yesterday, very volatile, as you certainly recall. We got this. Let's see, where was this? It was right. Right in here. So I got a couple trades on it. So my first trade on this was a long right here for this red to green move, and I made about $1,800 on it. So $1,800. Hey, what are you doing back there? You whisper. So I made like, hey, what did we see yesterday? When we went out in the boat, did we see a crab? What was it doing? Was it sleeping? Yeah. Was it sleeping upside down at the top of the water on its back? Did it have only one claw? Yeah. That crab sleeps in a really funny way. So, all right, so you sit here, and I'm going to give you my recap. Okay, so this is what I did yesterday. So it pops up, and then it starts to drop back down right here, and it actually halts going down. It halts going down right here at 50. It resumes, it dips. I bought 2,000 shares, and I was like, whoa, that's awesome. I filled at 48.15 because I thought I was getting filled I would have been getting filled at like 49. I was trying to buy 49 for the break back over 50. I tried to then add another 2,000 shares, no fill. Well, sometimes I don't get filled. That's not totally uncommon. But then I tried to sell, and my sell orders not getting filled. Then I tried to do a market order to sell. My market order also not getting filled. And then it's getting halted going down. So I got on the phone with Lightspeed and I was like, what's happening? I'm stuck in a halt going down. I've got 2,000 shares. I'm down $5 a share. It's $10,000. And they said, I don't know, we're going to look into this. So I uploaded my log. They looked into it. During that time, it halted going back up, then pulled back, squeezed back up to here, and I got back out break even. So, all's well that ends well. So I talked to Lightspeed on the phone later. I said, well, what was going on? And they said, you use 20-cent offset on your orders, right? And I said, yes, I use a 20-cent offset on my order. And they said, okay, well, we see where you were putting the order to sell. Like you were pressing the button at 24. The order, let's just say, was 24.80, which means when you pressed it, you were seeing a price of 25. Well, on our side, the actual data at that time was like $23. It had already dropped. So your order to sell at 24.80 was certainly not filling because the actual market was well below your current price. So you were trading essentially on delayed data by about 15 seconds is what they said. My orders were about 15 seconds behind what the actual price was. And I was pretty quick to say, listen, I want you to get me on the phone, with your manager. And I actually didn't do that, but I was feeling frustrated, and I was very quick to just assume that this was, this is a broker issue, which it could have been, and it wouldn't shock me necessarily if I had a broker issue, because those do happen from time to time. But it, knock on wood, has never actually happened to me with the broker that I've been using, Lightspeed. And I don't get paid. I don't get any affiliate revenue from them, so it's it makes no difference to me if you use them or not use them. Hey, get over. Excuse me. We gotta get into a focus zone. All right, I'm gonna give you something to look at.
Here.
Right there. That's a great idea.
No, that's fine.
Oh, you want to watch on Dad's phone? Okay, go.
Come on.
Hit the road.
That's fine.
Yeah, but over there.
Come on.
But over there.
Let's go sit and
So, anyways, so I was saying, I don't really have any reason to not just tell you exactly what happened. It doesn't change anything for me. If I really wasn't happy, I would just go to a different broker. I genuinely think that it probably was an internet issue. I'm in an Airbnb. The internet seems okay, but it did feel like I was getting a little bit of lag yesterday, a little bit of lag on Wednesday. I was definitely getting lag yesterday. And then it happened again today, trading LEDS. And I could tell pretty much right away that my orders were filling very differently from what I thought they should be filling at. And that was clearly because my data was just a little bit behind. So, the challenge there is that, if you're trying to, sure, you could just go and take a vacation and just put the whole computer on the shelf and come back when you're when you're home, whatever. I've never liked to do that. Trading, it's a really hard thing to not show up every day. And even taking a 4-day weekend, I felt a little rusty on Wednesday coming back. I really did. I felt like I was a little rusty on my hotkeys, and it doesn't take much to kind of start to get a little rusty. So I like to stay in the game, and the idea of taking weeks off or several weeks off a year, I don't really want to do that. And then, of course, today, look, I did end up making $56,000. So it was definitely the right move. But on the other hand, I could have, yesterday, had I gone into AMC with 10,000 shares instead of 2,000, I would have been down 50 grand. And then just like that, I could have ruined my whole vacation. So I don't know. It really is a tough call. I think generally it's a good idea when on a traveling trading station to reduce risk, trade more conservatively, and I did that today. My biggest position on LEDS was, I believe, 15,000 shares, and that was as I was trading it from pretty much the open through this first move, and then I started to size down. Right here, I said, okay, I'm sizing down to 6,000 shares for the rest of the morning. And at that point, I think I was up 42,000. And so I still made another 15,000 with 6,000 share max size. But I started to reduce my risk because I just didn't want to get caught in a candle like this where I bought the top and then it flushes back down, and that was it. So this may continue. It is sort of forming an ABCD pattern on the 5-minute, a false breakout on the 5, but perhaps that becomes an ABCD pattern. I don't know. In any case, I'm going to take my profit off the table and not overstay my welcome. And in terms of trading and traveling, I knew that I was going to be traveling a bit this summer. Obviously didn't travel at all last summer, but it is a little bit of the luck of the draw. I had an Airbnb that I rented in Italy a couple years ago, and he said it had high-speed internet, and I went in, and it was a 56K dial-up modem. I was shocked. I was appalled. I mean, that is, if you call that high speed, I'd like to see what normal is, because that's just crazy. So I had an Airbnb, and then I had to go stay in a hotel so I could trade. Now, the fact that I went and rented a hotel room, for whatever, it was like $500 a night. It was in Florence. Then I was like, I now have two hotels. I have an Airbnb and I have a hotel. I've got to make even more money to cover it. Maybe it's not worth it, but I did it, and I don't remember how much I made or lost. But in any case, it's just part of the deal. So, yeah, usually I'll ask people for a speed test, or ask people what the actual internet is. Is it DSL? Is it cable? Is it fiber? And I've had some great experiences, and I've had some not so great experiences. This one's been, from the internet perspective, not as great of a place. I probably would hesitate to come back to this Airbnb because of that, unfortunately. But at least if I was planning on trading. But there's so many Airbnbs in the world, why go back to the same place twice anyways? Just go somewhere else. But yeah, so I was I was definitely frustrated yesterday on AMC. I was like, I tried different limit orders, they weren't going through. I tried market orders, they didn't go through, and then I was caught in the halt going down. When it happened today, I logged out and logged back in. And when I logged out and logged back in, I was able to sell my last position on LEDS. And that was when I called it a day when that happened. But I was having some issues on it sort of all morning. But, of course, as it was trending up, it wasn't too much of a problem. I was a little concerned on some of my dip trade attempts, but we had a really nice ABCD setup like right here. We had a nice pullback right there, a nice red to green move right here. I mean, there were some great opportunities on this today, and it's up 60% right now. But it does have an active shelf registration, and we were talking about that this morning, which means at any time it could get halted, and we could get the news of a secondary offering. So that is a very real risk factor. It was something that I was concerned about, and was another reason I wanted to reduce my risk as we got further into the day. I think traders would be certainly smart to do that. A lot of small cap companies do have second shelf registrations and then do secondary offerings. Even AMC did secondary offerings. This isn't uncommon, but it's when you have something that's up as much as this is with no news, it's something you got to be mindful of. So anyways, that's it for me. These last 3 days, I've been trading with a number of distractions, have been able to stay green, stay in the zone enough to get green, and I think I did go red on Tuesday, but recovered to green, so that was good. Or that was on Wednesday. And yeah, today I didn't really have any big losses. Looking at my metrics from the last 2 days, my biggest winner is $2,800, and my biggest winner was $1,700 with 78% accuracy. 78% accuracy on the month. 41 trades and 32 winners. So that's a great start to the month. Profit loss ratio is 1-to-1. $540 average winners, $523 average losers. So that's a good start to the month, and that does not include today. So today's profits I'll be able to import into this software at the beginning of, probably as soon as tomorrow. The trades have to just settle overnight. But actually, you know what? Today is going to put me over $2 million in gross profit on the year. Gross profit before fees and commissions, which is a nice number to look at. Of course, the actual profit is the net profit, but I like to look at the gross profit. So 1.974. So that's going to be $2 million gross profit on the year. This is the second best year of my trading career. Last year was gross profit was right around 5. Let's see, refresh this, which was phenomenal. So, here we are in June. Coming up to halfway through the year, and I'm sitting at about 2 million. I do not expect that I'm going to break last year's high. I did have a fantastic start with some great trades on GameStop and a few others at the beginning of the year, but I don't know if I don't know. But of course, then AMC, big moves there too. So who knows? Maybe we do get some nice action this summer. I guess we already have on AMC. I made some on it, but not as much as I could have. So anyways, that's it for me. As always, you know, trading is risky. My results are not typical. My experience in trading is not typical. So you should assume that you will lose money trading. That's a safe assumption. And with that assumption in mind, do yourself a favor and practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. All right. So with that, I will let you guys go. I hope you enjoy the weekend, and I will see you back here first thing on Monday morning. All right. See you on Monday. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.